Brexit fears have increased on the continent as MEPs in Brussels expressed their concern over the time needed to ratify a trade agreement after the two sides missed this week's deadline. Michel Barnier traveled to London this week in order to break the deadlock, but talks will now run into next week after insufficient progress was made. With talks dragging on, the two sides have failed to meet the EU's deadline of the middle of this month. The next deadline is now Thursday 19, but MEPs have insisted they will not just pass through a deal quickly and will need time to scrutinize the text. One EU source told Politico, "You can't expect us to just rubber stamp such an important and complex agreement." In contrast to the EU, if a trade agreement is reached, due to Boris Johnson's majority in Parliament, it is expected the deal will pass through the Commons much easier than in Brussels, where every member state is represented. A second source said, EU countries need time to scrutinize the text. The role of EU member states is more than just endorsing the deal. If that's what the European Commission has in mind, it will be disastrous. This is a delicate and fragile process, which the UK doesn't seem to understand. If a deal is not reached by next week ahead of the EU leaders' video conference, Brussels is expected to contemplate no-deal contingency planning. The EU's UK Coordination Group had previously stated a mid-October as its own deadline for a deal but will now discuss a new implementation timetable.